The artwork for the JaianMusic Q&A series is provided by GoPro Kyo. Please go follow him on Twitter at GoPro Kyo. Hi guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of the JaianMusic Q&A series. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get right into the question. This question comes from at ScottWolf14, and the question is at JaianMusic. What is/was it made you love the anime/cartoons you watched growing up? Was it cool characters or its memorable moments? I think if you're going to enjoy a series or cartoon or an anime or a piece of art, whatever it may be, I feel it has to be a combination of everything. And for me, it's both memorable moments and cool characters. A perfect example, when I watched Naruto for the very first time, I was 13 years old, and out of all the fights I landed on the fight of Gaara versus Lee at the Chunin exams. And it was the episode where Lee was going to open all 5 gates and just go in on Gaara like crazy. That was... My little brain could not understand the awesomeness of that entire episode. It was absolutely insane, and I just loved the attacks and everything, and how everyone was surprised. And one thing I'll never forget is Neji's reaction to Rock Lee being able to do this attack, and Rock Lee saying, I was saving this ace in the hole for you, Neji, because Rock Lee and Neji are obviously big rivals. To me, Rock Lee's a really, really cool character, one of the best characters from Naruto. My guy and Rock Lee, both great characters, and that's why I'm actually watching Rock Lee and his Ninja Pals, and I'm loving that series. You should check out Rock Lee and his Ninja Pals. It's an actual Naruto series. It's a parody series where Rock Lee's the main character. Really good series. That fight was more than just memorable. It was inspirational. It was everything you've ever would want in a fight in anime. I absolutely love that. So when I finished watching that fight, I started watching Naruto from the very beginning, from the first episode where he was painting the Hokage faces, and I absolutely loved the characters in Naruto, and I also really enjoyed the memorable moments. So many memorable moments in that show. The Chunin exam arc was really great. Obviously, the fight against Zabuza is really great as well. There's so many good moments in Naruto. Very memorable. And the characters are very well written out. Other shows that I watched as a kid, I was a big fan of the Digimon. I was a big fan of Ninja Turtles, and those cartoons and animes. Those cartoons and animes were really good, and I mean, I ate those up. I would watch all of the episodes. Memorable moments and cool characters put together is, I think, the best combination you can ask for a TV show. Another memorable moment, and maybe I can talk about, was the episode of Pokemon. Yeah, I'm taking it to Pokemon, I know, right? Where Pikachu was potentially going to leave Ash and stay in the forest of where there were other Pikachus and all that stuff. Obviously, at the end of the episode, that's not what happens, and it's a very emotional moment. And I was just a little kid when that episode played, and I'm going to admit this on the internet. I was kind of emotional. I didn't want Pikachu to leave Ash, and I was hooked, and I was very easily drawn in by that memorable moment. And the cool characters of Pokemon, obviously Ash, Rock, Team Rocket, those are absolutely staples of anime in my mind, and they're very cool characters that provide very memorable moments. No one here, if you watch my videos, you're probably a big fan of anime, and no one here is going to forget Team Rocket blasting off again. I mean, that's memorable. That's extremely memorable. That's what made me love the animes and cartoons I watched growing up. Both cool characters and memorable moments. The way they're put together, because for some shows that I watched, it wouldn't really work out, and I would drop them. I would not say that happened to me as a kid, because when you're a kid, you're more easily influenced. But now that I'm obviously an adult and I still watch anime, I watch some shows where the moments and the characters aren't necessarily what I would call cool, and the moments aren't necessarily impactful enough to be memorable, so the combination doesn't really work out. Or sometimes there's some really cool characters, but nothing really epic happens. So I would say I'm a better judge of that now as I've grown up, obviously. But as a kid, I mean, you can't really depict the difference. It's just, I think if there's a lot of action, you're gonna enjoy it as a kid. That's how I got hooked to Naruto. Maybe something I want to end off on is talking about, as an adult, an anime that I watched that had absolutely more than amazing characters and 100% super memorable moments, and that anime is Death Note. Death Note was absolutely filled with cool characters. I mean, Ryuk is such a cool character. Light Yagami, I love that character. L is the homie. I mean, you cannot get a more, like, you can't, I don't even know how to describe L. L is so, just L. There's no other way to describe him. That anime is filled with memorable moments. Every episode probably has a memorable moment. First episode, Light picks up the Death Note. The death starts happening. Naomi Misora shows up. You got the FBI is on the case. L and Light start getting closer to one another. Okay, spoiler alert. One of the most epic moments for me, my most memorable moments in Death Note, and during the Yotsuba arc, but it kind of concluded the Yotsuba arc. A lot of people say that the Yotsuba arc in Death Note is one of the more boring arcs, but I really enjoyed it. For me personally, it's when Light touches the Death Note after losing his memories, and everything comes back. And then he does a full circle and explain to us exactly what Light's plan was: to lose ownership, to lose memory, and Rem has to give the Death Note to someone with high class and status that will use the Death Note to fill his greed. And how that whole plan came together, and how Light is able to kill off the previous owner of the Death Note to become the new owner, and those fake roles. I mean, it was absolutely, the plot is absolutely perfect and more than memorable to me. So yeah, for me, the short answer, and I know I've been rambling a lot, is both. You need cool characters and memorable moments. Those two things is what made me love anime growing up and still to this day. So thank you so much, Scott, for that question. I hope that I did a good job answering it. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. Facebook.com/JaianMusic. Give me a like and follow me on Twitter @JaianMusic. Peace out. See you in the next episode.